And that kind of brings up my next question. I know a lot of people tend to overlook college radio as a, I guess, if you want to say a marketing tool or a training ground for artists, but I know that a lot of the major labels, especially have tapped into the college radio market, and a lot of independents have caught on to that trend also. I guess, what do you see as the future of college radio, and how can it be a resource for independent artists in addition to what you already talked about?
Man, that's a good question. College radio is always going to, like I said before, it's always going to play the new stuff first. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's local or national. We're going to be getting the music first, because the bigger stations, they have an agenda. It's just the way they're there to make money. So they're going to play what's right, what's proven. We're going to take a chance. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna play, the new Kanye, or we're gonna play, the new Kirk Franklin, or we're gonna play, whatever it is, first, because we don't have anything to lose. We're just here to entertain people. We also want to, make sure people know that, we care. So the future for KCFV is streaming. Streaming internet. We're a 100-watt station, and basically that only gets us into North County. And some parts of, it's further south, because we have a directional we have a directional antenna. So, so as soon as we go online streaming, we now reach a worldwide audience. So hopefully, that will, broaden our appeal, and people will, learn that St. Louis Community College is not just an ordinary community college. It's something much more.
Right.
I don't mean to cut you off. Well, let me ask you this. In high school, since we're talking about high school, some of the classes, a lot of classes that we had to take, then we had some classes that we chose to take. Going back, not knowing that you was going to do this, some of the classes that you took at Berkeley, was there any classes that you think prepared you for what you're doing now? I know that's a deep question, but and I know you got your basics, your reading, writing, and arithmetic, and the lunch.
Yeah, thanks for the lunch. That was at 10:35 in the morning.
It was.
And we're eating cold pizza and hamburgers. Oh, I'm trying to think.
10:30.
It's making my stomach hurt. No,
it was that early, because the population was that big, or it was that large. We had to eat at 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, okay.
But I'm trying to think. Maybe business classes.
Okay.
I took some business classes, so that helped, and a couple of my social study classes.
Right.
But yeah, that's probably it, the social studies, because you learn about government, and then you go and see. You go to an actual council meeting, and I'd encourage everybody to go to your particular community council meeting to see what's going on in there and see what's happening. To see if you like the way your government is functioning, and if not, then see if there's anything that you can do about it. I'm not saying that you have to run for office, but again, volunteer for something, because your communities need you. In any kind of capacity. You may not want to serve on a board or commission, anything that's going to be permanent over a number of years, but maybe there's a particular event that you can volunteer for, or maybe there's a skill that you have that you can pass on to a child through your Parks and Recreation program. So there's always something that people can do. All you have to do is just go and check and see where you can fit in.
At what point in your life, when you started to feel, if I was involved in politics or involved in the city, I can make this change, or I can do that. At what point in your life you start to think in that direction? Was you in high school, or was you actually out of high school into college?
I really don't know how to answer that. And I say that because my parents were always involved in the community. My parents were always involved in our lives. supporting us throughout our school careers and anything else that we decided to do. So community service has always been a part of what my family has been. I know my father served as a block captain with Neighborhood Watch, and in the early 80s he also served on the Planning and Zoning Commission with the city. So that's always, again, public service has always been something that has been instilled in us from the very beginning. My mother always supported us in school with different classroom activities. So I don't know. I really can't say when, but I know that my neighbor did ask me to start attending our council meetings so that I would know what was going on. And I guess maybe she saw something in me that maybe I didn't see in myself, and she encouraged me to come. So I guess I owe my political career to my neighbor, Miss Robinson. Good morning, Miss Robinson, if you're listening. And I'm thinking back on this question, too. I think I'd be remiss if I did not mention the Berkeley mock trial team. You were asking some of the things that possibly prepared me for the position that I have now. The mock trial team certainly prepared me for debate and critical thinking, and just trying to get a point across without having to get ugly about it.
Now, Cedric, could you tell us a little bit about the direction that you want to go with the Gospel Skate Party, and also let us know when we can tune in and how an artist or just a general listener can get in touch with you?
Yes, the direction of the show is basically, number one, education. Just educating, more education of the type of music that we play. Because a lot of people don't know, like I said before, that this type of music is out there. It's kind of categorized as underground music. And my definition of that is it never really reached the light of day, meaning those major labels, you know. But we're bringing it to the forefront more. And what another direction is to get more local artists, to give them a little bit more exposure. And I have spoken to a lot of local artists, and most of their music I played. We want to play more, so we want to get more radio friendly music on the station. You want you to take more time and take your time and produce quality music and ask questions. And contact information. I do more than just DJ here. As far as on Saturdays, I am a local musician, and I used to be at another major radio station until they went another direction. But I DJ skate parties, and I DJ wedding receptions. But if they do want to contact me, they can do it either one or two ways. They can email me at sirsax77@yahoo.com, or they can call me at area code 314-920-5426.
If you wanted to submit some music for play here on KCFE, you want to send it to KCFE, care of either Tim Gorry, Cedric Watts, at 3400 Pershaw Road, Ferguson, Missouri, 63135.
To get a scholarship than it used to be, and I'm telling you, scholarships are just popping out everywhere, and young people are obtaining scholarships. So I think college is very important, and sometimes community colleges are good for some to start. If you just don't know what I don't know, then get in that community college so you can get that foundation. Right,
get the foundation first, and it comes out to be a lot more economical because I went to SLU. SLU is a great school, but I went to SLU for 4 years. when I graduated from SLU, I had $24,000 that I needed to pay back from student loans.
Yeah, that could,
you know. So if you can,
that credit report, that credit report,
it's still good now. My credit report is good, but you know, but you have to look at things analytically. If you can get the scholarships to maintain that school, fine, do that. But don't cut corners. But try and think and find the way that you will get the most for your money, and you won't have to wind up paying these student loans back forever.
When we come back from this next song, I'm gonna ask you about what do you see? How do you see is Berkeley changing in your eyes? Where do you see the progression in Berkeley? When we come back from this next song on the Gospel Skate Party with Sir Sax, it's 59 minutes after the hour of 10 or 1 minute until 11 right here on the Gospel Skate Party.
Now, would either of you mind telling me about one of your most memorable moments here on the station or around the station?
I'll let you take it.
All my moments are memorable, but all of them. But I mean, one of them was actually today, when we actually had our new general manager, Mr. Tim Gorry, and the mayor of Berkeley on the same show. That was outstanding.
That was a lot of fun.
That and then of course interviewing you, Mr. Marcellus T, was great. But one of my most nervous, I've never been nervous like this before in my life, when BBJ came and I interviewed a national artist, BBJ. He actually came in and we interviewed him. He put me at so much ease. That was my first major interview, quote unquote, and that was very memorable here at KCFV. And just being able to do what I do here is outstanding. I live for it. Live for Saturday mornings.
and you, Tim?
Oh, that's a really good question. I do have a lot of memorable experiences here. I'd have to say it was the very first day I came in and actually read the news. Back, so extra credit project for a class, and it got me involved in radio. I mean, I was sitting here in local news. I was so scared. I didn't know what I was doing, and everybody said I did a great job, so I stuck with it.
Okay. Well, this has been Stir Up a Gift here on the campus of Florissant Valley, St. Louis Community College. And my guests today have been Cedric Sir Sax Watts of the Gospel Skate Party and Tim Gorry, General Manager of KCFV 89.5 FM. And we thank you for joining us on Stir Up the Gift today. Tune in to us next week.